There's a woman who occupies a unique place in Chinese history. Her name is Wu Zetian, and she is the only woman ever to have sat on the imperial throne as China's official ruler. Although the story of this remarkable woman is well known in China, many details of her life remain shrouded in mystery. Here in Qian County, Shanxi Province, high in the Liang Mountains, stands the Qianling Mausoleum. This mausoleum is totally unique because although other mausoleums commemorate both an emperor and empress consort, this one's different because both the emperor and empress reigned in their own right. There are two tablets here. One celebrates the life of Li Zhi, Emperor Gaozong of the Tang Dynasty. The 5,000 characters inscribed on this tablet are a moving testament to his life, achievements, and the love for him felt by the woman who wrote the text, his wife, Wu Zetian. Yet the other tablet, dedicated to her, is completely blank. Not a single word's written on it.
那我们现在看到眼前这通高大的石碑，就是举世闻名的无字碑。无字碑它是女皇武则天的碑。这通石碑呢是采用一块完整的巨石雕刻而成的，碑的整个通高8.03米，碑重98.8吨，近100吨。其实无字碑，顾名思义，就是说。
It has stood here dumb and silent for more than 1,000 years. But why doesn't it say anything? To unlock that secret, we need to look back over the story of her life. In 1988, a Phoenix Memorial Hall was built in Guangyuan on Phoenix Mountain in honor of Wu Zetian.
你没看出来吗？您如果在老城，在东坝，随便在哪个角度看，它是一个凤凰回头的那么，叫凤回头。哦。为什么叫凤回头呢？因为武则天呢是咱们唯一的一个女皇帝，中国历史上，皇帝都是龙嘛，真龙天子，她是凤，她是女性，她是凤。
By all accounts, the little girl who would one day become Empress Wu Zetian enjoyed a happy childhood in Guangyuan. But that happiness came to an end when she reached the age of 14 and was presented at court. Her mother was devastated at the news her daughter was about to leave the family home and to take up residence in the imperial household. She wept bitterly. It's written that the brave little girl tried to comfort her mother, saying, "You needn't cry, it may not be a bad thing to be with the emperor." Little did she know how rough the journey ahead was going to be. Wangzi Temple in Guangyuan contains the only known stone statue of Wu Zetian.
就是说，我们呢曾经通过考古街证的手法，就是说对这个像进行一个考证，就是说它这个像呢最底层以前是通身丝巾。 然后通过1000多年的历史变迁，曾经又上过颜色，后来又施个金，然后再上过颜色。因此呢，在后期呢，我们为了把这个像啊，就说还有比较，就说真实的。
The sandstone statue is 1.8 meters tall and takes the form of a woman dressed like a Buddhist meditating with mudras, hands on knees. It resembles both a real-life woman and a goddess. In the year 690, when Wu Zetian became empress, she had the Wu Temple in Lizhou Prefecture rebuilt. The temple was renamed Wangzi Temple, indicating that the temple and prefecture enjoyed the blessing and favor of the empress. The statue had been standing for around 1,300 years when it was severely damaged as a result of military activity. In 1950, it was restored, but it could not be restored to its original condition. The neck, for example, is 1.5 centimeters shorter than it was originally. Wu Zetian grew from an innocent, beautiful girl to become a powerful woman in the prime years of her life, and this statue is a legacy of her old age. It's not, however, the only legacy she left behind. The achievements of her life and reign are of historic importance.
一代女皇武则天虔诚贞观之治，
后续开元盛世，因此武则天时代是唐朝非常重要的时代。它奠定了中国封建社会最高峰的开元盛世的基础。他是一个伟大的政治家，同时他重视经济，重视民生，重视人才。在整个武则天时代，他的政治、经济、文化超越了贞观之治，达到了新的繁荣。因此，应该从这个角度来说，武则天本人他是功高盖世。他在中国历代皇帝中，他也是最优秀的皇帝之一。
These Tang Dynasty figurines portraying strong aristocratic men and rich, graceful women exemplify the optimism, confidence, open-mindedness and creativity that characterize the Tang Dynasty.
Wu Zetian呢，在后人看来，他有很多不好的方面，比如他利用周兴、来俊臣这些酷吏，那么把很多无辜的人罗织罪名，把自己的政治对手罗织罪名，统统流放或者杀死。这体现了一个封建王朝武则天本人在治国方面有非常残酷的一面。但是我们也注意到，作为一个女人，她要成为女皇，可能这些打镇压、利用苦力打击政敌，是可能她为了登基所准备的一种手段。
Wu Zetian was the one who started the system of imperial examinations, which meant that officials came to be appointed on the basis of ability. She also showed herself ready to appoint people who had been recommended by the public to official posts. To cap it all, she also cut taxes. All of this helped the Tang Dynasty to continue to be open, fair and just. It was a prosperous and stable society.
他有很大的成就，政治上他突出的动用当时最好的宰相狄仁杰。第二个呢，就是他把洛阳城加以重修。第三个呢，文化有很大的发展。他办学校、兴书法，改四读字为姓氏录，把姓武氏也排在第一名，这很大的变化。我个人认为，这基本上就废除了实行的100-200年的文法四读制度。国防上也有很大的建树。武则天在国防上可以说承上启下，贞观之治他继承下来了，为开元盛世奠定了强盛的国力基础。
The following is Guo Moruo's assessment of Wu Zetian. She initiated the Kaiyuan period, whose achievements surpassed those of the Zhenguan period. She was best remembered in Jiange and helped to develop Lizhou. Clearly, Guo thought highly of Wu. However, Wu Zetian's historical influence goes far beyond Jiange and Lizhou. That brings us back to the so-called wordless tablet. Could it be, as some have argued, that there is nothing written on the tablet simply because there's too much to say? It's hard to say for sure why there's nothing written on the tablet, but the fact that she started life a Buddhist and then later converted to Taoism might explain why nothing is written on it. In the year 628, Wu Zetian's mother, Yang, had 2 grottos built in Guangyuan Temple for the Buddhas of the 3 periods, Sakyamuni and Prabhutaratna. Yang was devoted to Buddhism all her life. Wu Zetian, too, was brought up to be a Buddhist, regularly visiting temples and studying the sutras and Buddhist history. It thus goes without saying that Buddhism had a great influence on the girl who would grow up to become Empress of China.
就是说，根据现在藏于隆冬这个博物馆一个大云经书的这么一个东皇写本里头提到，有一句话非常著名，叫“夫承神皇幼小时，以披紫衣 这句话是什么意思？就这个神皇就是指的武则天，说武则天在很小的时候已经穿了紫衣，是出家人的衣服，所以陈寅恪先生根据这样的一个记载，他推断武则天在很小的时候，当时已经以正式或者非正式的身份做过了沙弥尼，就是已经进入到佛教之中。
Indeed, even as Empress, Wu Zetian continued to advocate and promote Buddhism. We can see that influence in carvings, buildings and sutras that date from her time, and that influence is felt down to the present day.
在这个卢舍那建造的时候呢，一代女皇武则天当时是发挥了非常大的作用的。所以说呢，整个卢舍那大佛龛呢，仅仅用了3年零9个月的时间就完成了。
The Longmen grottos represent the peak of the art of stone carving. Hunshan Temple, which houses the Rakana Buddha, lies at the heart of the complex. In 672, Emperor Gaozong of the Tang dynasty started erecting statues of Buddha in honor of his father Li Shimin, the Emperor Taizong. The 44-year-old Wu Zetian contributed 20,000 taels of silver to this project. Skillful artisans carved the superb Rakana Buddha based on a portrait of Wu Zetian. It has a look of undemonstrative seriousness and kindliness combined with a dignity that encapsulates both the essence of a goddess and an actual woman. The statue brings the Buddhist ideal of harmony to life. In the year 695, Wu Zetian learned that Yutian, which had just been recovered, had the full Sanskrit text of the Avatamsaka Sutra, so she sent an envoy to obtain it. The monk Sikhan Sunda brought the text to Luoyang and took up residence in the Dabian Kong Temple in the Imperial Palace. Over the next 4 years, together with the eminent Indian Buddhist Bodhiruchi and the high-ranking Chinese Buddhist I Ching and a number of other monks, they translated the text into Chinese. When the Chinese version was finally presented to Wu Zetian, she liked it so much that she wrote the famous preface to the sutra. Part of it reads, "It is so profound and wonderful. Not everyone has access to it. I'm delighted to read it. I hope I will truly understand it." The Avatamsaka Sutra is one of the classics of Mahayana Buddhism, and all schools of Mahayana regard it as the best sutra. It was Wu Zetian's support of the Huayan school that made it into the largest school in Buddhist history. However, Wu Zetian's respect for Buddhism caused some problems. In particular, it meant that Buddhism was afforded more respect than the traditional Chinese religions, Confucianism and Taoism. After the founding of the Tang dynasty, Li Yuan, Emperor Gaozong, made the decision to put Taoism before Buddhism. Thereafter, Taoism came first, Confucianism second, and Buddhism third. But when the monk Xuanzang brought the Buddhist sutras to China from India, Buddhism soon found favor with Emperor Taizong. In the later years of Taizong's reign, Xuanzang began to argue that Buddhism should be accepted as China's most important religion. Although Taizong accepted the idea in principle, he did little to put it into practice. In the year 652, Xuanzang built the Wild Goose Pagoda in Xi'an to serve as an archive for the Buddhist sutras. Xuanzang repeated his proposal that Buddhism should be made the official religion of China while the pagoda was still being built. However, nothing happened until he died. In 691, after becoming empress, Wu Zetian issued an edict that declared Buddhism China's most important religion. Once Buddhism became elevated in importance, so too did the buildings associated with it. The Wild Goose Pagoda was rebuilt. Its height increased from 59 meters to 93 meters. Later, the pagoda would be altered yet again, and today it stands at just 64 meters. Wu Zetian's promotion of Buddhism had much to do with her desire to legitimize her reign as empress. Some of the sutras were certainly politically important to a woman attempting to rule in a male-dominated society. She was especially keen on promoting a sutra called the Dayuan Sutra, which she believed offered a theoretical justification for her rule. It isn't difficult to see why she liked this sutra. It's about a goddess who becomes a king. Shortly before she ascended to the throne, Wu Zetian ordered all prefectures to build a Dayuan temple in which to house a copy of the Dayuan Sutra.
我们今天看到的研究就是大圆经是伪造，其实那个著名的历史学家、佛教史专家叫汤用彤先生，在他的这个著作里头明确的讲，大圆经它是有的。薛怀义跟法朗他们做了一个大圆经书，在这个书里面明确的讲到了武则天就是弥勒的下世。所以武则天呢，在看到这个大圆经书以后就非常的高兴，他认为呢这是从三教里面的佛教当时作为最那个强势的一种这个文化中能找到他们做皇帝这种根据。
She was using ideology to strengthen her claim to the throne of China. The first thing she had to do was convince people that the traditional view that a woman couldn't become supreme ruler, that there could be no such thing as an empress, was wrong. Promoting Buddhism was about preparing the way for her to become empress. Wu Zetian had large numbers of Buddhist temples built in the hope that Buddhism would help her consolidate her rule. But if Wu Zetian had been a Buddhist since her childhood and Buddhism helped her to become an empress, why in her later years did she abandon it in favor of Taoism? In May 1982, a farmer called Chu Shihuai made an important discovery in Dongfeng County, Henan Province. While up on Mount Song's Junji Peak, he noticed something glittering among the rocks. It was a gold memorandum. One of the lines reads, "I beseech the god Sangguan to cleanse Wu Zhao of all her sins." Sangguan is a Taoist god. At first it was believed that this was Wu Zetian's personal gold memorandum asking to be cleansed of his sins. But the memorandum was in fact written by Hu Chao, who made the pills that were supposed to bring Wu Zetian immortality. The memorandum is now kept in the Hunan Provincial Museum, and it's the only artifact belonging to Wu Zetian that's come down to the present day.
他们过去就认为这个金简呢是除罪金简，这个金简呢投到山上是要求除五照的一切罪过的。就《汉书·张武传》记载那个道家治病的一个法则是什么呢？做3通简，1通简写上自己的名字，然后写上祈求，怎样除去自己的病，然后1通简投到山上，再写1通简埋在地下，然后再写1通简投到水里，即所谓的天官赐福，地官赦罪，水官解厄。那么一个人既得到了福，又把他的罪过除去了，又把他的厄运消除掉了，那么这样他的病痛都可以消除了。那么胡超作为一个道士，他治病的法则就是3观术数。那么胡超投这个简一定会按道家的一个法则，投3通金简为武则天进行除病。因此说，武则天投到现在我们1982年发现那个武则天的除罪金简，事实上它是一种祈福、祛病的一种金简，或者说赐福金简。
Wu Zetian governed for 50 years, during which time the country grew strong and the people enjoyed peace. And in her later years, she was formally declared empress. As she grew older and saw her end approaching, she abandoned her Buddhist faith and turned to the Taoists, who offered her some hope of extending her life. They made her pills and potions and cast memoranda in order to secure the blessings of the gods to prolong her life. But unfortunately for her, she couldn't defy the laws of nature. On a cold December 16th in the year 705, Wu Zetian died at the age of 82 in the Shanyang Palace in Luoyang. was fortunate for Wu Zetian that she lived in the time of the Tang dynasty. The political environment of her time was stable, and ordinary people had the opportunity to climb the political ladder. It was this enlightened environment combined with the poor health of Emperor Gaozong that allowed her to become empress. Wu Zetian was a contradiction. On the one hand, she was confident of a better future, but on the other hand, she was the empress who was only too aware of the traditional notion that only man could rule. That underlying lack of confidence explains why she changed her title so many times. She was constantly trying to reaffirm her legitimacy, her right to rule. It seems that she could never completely throw off the idea that only men had the right to rule. In her last will and testament, Wu Zetian abandons the notion that she rules in her own right and insists instead that she's just an empress consort, not a sovereign empress. And she makes one final concession. She chooses to be buried with her husband, Li Zhi, in the Qianling Mausoleum. But why did she erect a tablet to her own memory that says precisely nothing? It's possible she felt that her accomplishments were beyond words, but it could also be that she was trying to set a good example for her successor Li Xian, Emperor Zhongzong. In any case, it seems he didn't really know what to say about his mother or her achievements. Whatever the answer, this tablet is a superb artistic testimony to her reign and legend.
中国文化本身就讲留白，中国人是讲意境的，什么都说了没有意思，让自己不说什么，让人们去想才有意思。所以无字碑呢，恰恰符合了中国人这样一种文化心理。所以后来大家可以赋予它无限的功能。无字碑到底是什么？见仁见智，最后就真的成了千秋功罪，自有后人评税了。所以你看，中国文字最少的碑是哪一块？就是无字碑嘛，一个字都没有。 那中国文化承载量最多的一个碑是哪一个碑？还是无字碑，因为每个人都可以拿自己心中的对武则天的评价去塑造自己心中的一个碑文。所以我想呢，这个无字碑和女皇一起不朽，是因为女皇她实际上承载了中国人的另外一个梦想：人可以无限的突破束缚，实现自己的这个内心的追求。而无字碑呢，是说人 可以无限地挖掘文化内涵，让自己的这个文化元气表达得淋漓尽致。
Wu Zetian is history, as are all her achievements, not to mention her mistakes. Though there are no words to read on her memorial tablet, the blank space provides plenty of food for thought. We'll certainly go on thinking about this remarkable woman and her achievements.